You don't talk much. If people say that to you, or about someone you know, they've got the whole thing backwards. Quiet people aren't quiet because they have nothing to say. They're quiet because they've learned something most people never figure out. The wrong room can silence even the loudest mind. Stick with me because by the end, you'll be able to read a quiet person better than they can read themselves. And the last sign is the one nobody notices. This is what we do at Science of You Daily. We decode the hidden psychology behind how people actually behave. If that's your thing, subscribe, because we drop this every single day. Now let's get into the mind of the quiet ones. Here's the first thing to understand. The same person who barely speaks in one room can be loud, funny, and impossible to shut up in another. That's not a contradiction. It's a clue. Talking isn't only about personality. It runs on three things: comfort, trust, and connection. Take those away, and almost anyone goes quiet. So when you see someone who doesn't talk much, you're not seeing who they are. You're seeing how safe they feel right now. Quiet people are unusually tuned to the energy of a room. Forced small talk, fake enthusiasm, people performing instead of connecting, they feel it instantly, and they pull back. They're not trying to be difficult. They just refuse to match a room that feels off. While everyone else is filling the air with noise, they go still and watch. That's not awkwardness. That's awareness. Quiet people are unusually tuned to the energy of a room. Forced small talk, fake enthusiasm, people performing instead of connecting, they feel it instantly, and they pull back. They're not trying to be difficult. They just refuse to match a room that feels off. While everyone else is filling the air with noise, they go still and watch. That's not awkwardness. That's awareness. Psychologists describe something called social filtering, and quiet people do it on autopilot. Before they invest a single word, a part of them is asking, "Is this worth my energy? Do I actually feel safe here? Are these people real?" If the answer is no, they ration what they say. But flip those answers, and the same person transforms. They joke, they argue, they open up without weighing every word. That's why you'll hear, "You were so quiet, and now you won't stop talking." It was never inconsistency. It was context. But there's a deeper reason they stay guarded, and it usually traces back to something that happened to them. People open up when they feel safe from judgment and rejection. Threaten that, and silence becomes self-protection. And for a lot of quiet people, that instinct was trained. They used to talk more until they got interrupted, dismissed, or laughed off one too many times. So they got selective. They stopped handing their voice to rooms that never valued it. What looks like shyness is often just a lesson learned the hard way. Quiet people are also highly sensitive to how a conversation leaves them feeling. They can tell within minutes when a talk is draining, negative, or going nowhere, so they conserve. They'd rather sit in silence than walk away exhausted by a conversation that meant nothing. To them, words are currency, and they don't spend it on people who give nothing back. If this is sounding a little too familiar, that's the point. Hit subscribe so the next one finds you, and stay with me, because the next signs are the ones that get quiet people completely misread. Here's where a lot of people get them wrong. Quiet people won't pretend. They won't fake interest, won't force a laugh, won't perform talkative just to be accepted. If the connection isn't real, their silence simply tells the truth. So others fill in the blanks. They're shy, They're cold. They think they're better than us. Almost always wrong. It was never ego or fear. It's alignment. They lean in where it feels real and step back where it doesn't. Drop a quiet person into a new room and they don't rush to join in. They read it first. How people talk, how they treat each other, who's genuine and who's putting on a show. They're mapping the social dynamics before deciding how much of themselves to reveal. It makes them intentional. They don't talk to fill silence. They talk when the words actually matter. And this is the one almost everyone misses. Quiet people are completely fine with silence. They don't feel that itch to keep a conversation alive. A pause doesn't scare them because they don't measure connection by how much gets said. They measure it by how real it feels. So when a quiet person finally does speak, pay attention. They've already thought it through. They've already decided it's worth it. That's why their words tend to land heavier than everyone else's. So the next time someone says, "You don't talk much," understand what's really happening. You're seeing one version of that person. The version that doesn't feel safe enough to be the rest. They're not quiet everywhere. They're just quiet where they don't feel free to be themselves. Some people stay silent, not because they have nothing to say, but because they've learned the wrong room can mute even the most expressive mind. If this felt like someone finally explained you, or someone you love, subscribe to Science of You Daily. We decode the hidden psychology of people every single day. I'll see you in the next one.